Hey everyone, we've come to the end of August, and as I'm filming this is the first day back at school for my kids, so it's kind of a surreal day. It's one of my favorite times of the year, getting ready for school and getting all the school supplies and buying all the fun stuff, and I feel like there's a smudge on my lens. Oh well. And so that's all fun and all the new classes, and I'm one of those psycho people that loves filling out the paperwork and all the new stuff and getting back and seeing people you haven't seen all summer, because I pretty much become a hermit during the summer. So it's fun, but at the same time and it's fun to have the house quiet and stay clean, but I do miss them. So it's like a bittersweet. So it's a favorite time of year for me. But I also have some makeup related favorites that I wanted to share with you, and it's not a huge pile, and been shopping my stash, got a few new things, so I'll start talking. I meant to mention these last month, so these are really 2 months in a row now. This is the Neutrogena makeup remover wipes, but these are in the hydrating kind, right there, and it's one of their newer scents, and I've been a fan of the Neutrogena makeup remover towelettes for quite a while. I like the night calming ones, but these I feel like I like a very wet makeup remover that has a lot of moisture to it, that I feel like has a lot of slip on my face as I'm wiping this stuff off, and because of the hydrating part, it lives up to the name. So these are my all-time favorite. And I've tried a gajillion of the other ones, all the ones that y'all recommended, but these for me are my favorite. And I have dry skin, so I do need to follow up with a moisturizer and proper cleanser and all that. But I think if you are in a pinch and you have oily skin, you could probably just take all your makeup off and be done for the night. I wouldn't recommend doing it all the time, but I wouldn't feel particularly guilty if once in a while this was all you used to wash your face. This was something that I haven't used in a really long time because I've been trying to get my skin under control, and things are really turning around. So for the last 8 weeks, pretty much, I've been religiously using this. Is the Dermaquest, label's facing you, so I don't know what it's called. Dermaquest Skin Vitalight Therapeutic Care. Those of you who remember a while back, almost a year ago, I talked about the Dermaquest skincare line, and I had been using it, really liking it, and then I started seeing a dermatologist and they wanted me to try other things, and I'm slowly working the Dermaquest stuff back into my routine. And this is it's a moisturizing lotion that lightens skin discoloration and evens out skin tone. So I use this in the mornings. I wash my face, and then since I don't need to use one of my prescription ointments anymore, I can use this, and I don't want to waste it because there's not much left, but it's this yellowish creamish color, and I just use about a pea-sized amount, and I concentrated on the dark where I've had my acne scars, and it's really working quite a bit. I've been using it about 8 weeks, and I know for certain it's working well because I've had a few really bad breakouts because I did it to myself, but they faded, boom, right away. And so I know it's that stuff and not just other things that I've been using. Another oldie but goodie that I talked about way back, one of my earliest videos and one of my most watched. It's the one and only Argan Oil from Sally Beauty Supply. And I had used this originally. It was my first Argan Oil treatment oil thing. And it's greasy. I think it leaked a little. And then my husband bought the real Moroccan oil, you know, with the M on it. And I used that up. And then I ran out and I was just feeling kind of like, I'll grab it when I can. Then my grocery store where I used to get it didn't have it anymore. And then my husband said, oh, you know what? I have, and he cleaned out his locker at our club, and he's like, I have this, do you want it? And you know what? This is a good little product. I mean, it's not, you know, the purest of oils or anything by that. I mean, it's not 100% pure argan oil, but it does the job, and it is $9.49 at Sally. With the club card, it's $8.49, and I just do a little bit, like about that much, and rub it in my hands and then run it along the ends of my wet hair, and I use it as a finishing thing. And my hair is kind of a mess right now, but normally I really like it, and I like the smell. It doesn't bother me. I find it very pleasant, so I've been enjoying that. Another oldie but goodie is the Revlon Age Defying Concealer with SPF 25. I've been playing with a lot of under eye concealers and I just keep coming back to this one. It gives me, I think, the best luminous quality under my eyes. Really does a good job of covering. I always layer. I always do the Garnier Rollerball first and then I put this on top. I mean, I pat that in first and then I put this on top. I've heard about people having a hard time finding it. Try Ulta. I've heard good things at Ulta. And again, it's a drugstore product. So, and it beats, I don't know, a ton of stuff. I love this. Okay, speaking of drugstore concealers, another one I've been trying that was sent to me was the, not by the company, it was just sent to me, is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer. And get this at Ulta and a variety of places. This is what it looks like on my skin. The color is beige. I don't know why I'm swatching a concealer. That's kind of goofy, isn't it? But I find that it's very opaque, but it blends very nicely into the skin. As you can see, it's gone. And you could use this under your eyes and also on blemishes. And it's great for touch-ups. I've used it to touch up throughout the day and it blends well even over powder. So I've been enjoying that. Another oldie but goodie, I finally got another NYX, my all-time favorite blush. Of all the blushes I've ever used, I am not a big pop of color on your face kind of girl. I like things a little low-key as far as blush goes, and the NYX blush in Angel is hands down the best blush. I'm told it is a dupe for MAC Well Dressed. I wouldn't know. I don't need to know. I have this. See if I can load up the color on my finger. See, it's very nondescript. It's just a pale-ish pink. And it's on, I'm wearing it now. That's it smeared on my finger. I'm not using HD today. I'll explain why at the end. Very subtle, just gives you a nice glow. I love it. I've tried a million blushes. This is the one I always go back to. So, love that. Also, same girl who sent me that sent me the Wet n Wild Brule. Finally got my hands on one. I'm wearing that today. And I gotta tell you, I'll do another video on this later, but I caved and bought the MAC Brule because I just couldn't get my hands on this and I was traveling and I wanted something I could just pop in that little palette and go. I'm glad I bought it because now I know that it's nowhere near as good as this. Seriously. This is so good that it's worth even paying a little bit extra on eBay to grab it because you'd still pay less than you'd pay for the MAC one, and it's way better. I like the opacity of this and the coverage and the color, and it's just, I'll do a comparison side by side in a video soon, I promise. But Wet n Wild, thumbs up to you. Okay, one last oldie before I move on to the newies, or whatever you call them. I'm wearing it today. It's CoverGirl's Shimmering Sands. When you just want to fast slap something on your face and you know you're gonna look decent, this is it. I have this on my lid, this in the crease, this in the outer corner, and then I have Brule on the highlight. I love it. It's just, it's mindless. It's so easy, and I use it a lot, and it's still my original set. So it's held up for like, I don't know, at least a year. Okay, some new things. I tweeted about this. This was on Facebook. I was at Nordstrom Rack and they now carry quite a lot of makeup. They had a whole Urban Decay selection. I've heard they had even more than what was there when I got there. One of the things I'm glad I picked up was I got the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden for I think $6 or $8, under 10. And I'll tell you why I'm glad I picked this up. Yes, it's nice. It's the old packaging, which is why I'm sure it's there, and that tiny little bit will cover your entire eyelid and then some. But here's why I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got it so I could see what all the hype was about. And you know what? I used L'Oreal Decrease primer for years and years and years, and frankly, I don't see a difference. I've used the e.l.f. Mineral Primer, P2, the German drugstore brand primer. This is nice, but there are so many alternatives out there that I will not be repurchasing. I will use it up, and I'm glad it's a good product, but there are so many readily available products at the drugstore that I don't see the point. Sometimes expensive is worth it, and sometimes it just isn't. And this, to me, I don't know. Like I said, it's a good product, but sort of like this, the drugstore brand is just as good, so if not better in some cases. Okay, on to the non-drugstore portion of this conversation. This is a regret that turned into a like. At my Chicago meetup, I succumbed to peer pressure and my own just wanting to buy something because I was on vacation, and I got the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream in light. There is one lighter than this. I think it's called Albino. No, I'm kidding. And I hate it. I am just not a BB cream person. I mean, it's not personally anything in Smashbox, but none of the BB creams really work for me. I have tried the Misha one, and actually that one was really nice as far as coverage. And I've tried the Dr. Jarrett's. For me, the longevity just isn't there. I want something I can put on in the morning and still look like this much, much later in the day. And BB creams just don't have a longevity that I know of. But, so it doesn't have a longevity and it has zero coverage whatsoever. Let's see. I will show you. So, here's a pretty good amount. And I've tried it with my hands. I've tried it with brushes. I've tried it with, that's it. But, I mean, you get the picture. So, here we go. On it goes. And now I'm smearing it in. It's lovely and cooling, and it's in, and does it look any different? Maybe a tiny bit. I mean, tinted moisturizer has more coverage than this. Seriously, this is like the lightest of tinted moisturizers. So as a skin covering thing, it stinks. But you know what it's really good for? A primer. It has SPF 35. To me, it has just enough brightening. It's sort of like the Origins Vitazing effect, I believe. So this morning when I took the younger one to school, I just slapped this on. I didn't have any concealer or makeup. Yeah, you could definitely see the blemishes, but it just gave an even base for me to put my foundation on. And it had a little SPF on. So I have repurposed it. It is now a very overpriced primer. So there you go. Here's something overpriced that's totally awesome and I love it. It's the Stila Sun SPF 15 bronzing powder in shade 1. I'm a bronzer junkie, which is strange considering how pale I am, or maybe that's why. It looks kind of orange right here, but it is totally matte. Do you see that? Totally matte and very soft. It's kind of orange there, really orange there, but nobody puts bronzer on like that. It blends well, it feels good on my skin. I don't think I look muddy or orange, although I did kind of put a lot on to show you what it looks like, so maybe right now it does. This reminds me quite a lot of the NYC Sunny, so will I buy this again? I'll probably go back to the Sunny, but if you're just are one of those people who will not buy makeup at the drugstore, this is really good if you're looking for a higher end. So it's the Stila bronzing powder. Very nice. Very, very nice. And then the last thing is what I have on right now, which everybody else has talked about. I've heard about this for years. Have I gone and bought one? No. But I have one now. It's the Stila Plumping Lip Glaze. This one is in Vanilla Mint. It's very minty on the lips. I have it now. This is a personal preference. I like opaque lip gloss. I like lip gloss that looks like a lipstick as far as opacity and coverage, but I like the glistening effect of a lip gloss. This stuff has no opacity. So, oh, and it has a funky brush. You click it and it comes and it oozes out the bristles. And it's really sticky, which normally irritates me. Very sticky. See, look at that. Okay, sorry, that's kind of gross. Very sticky. But it lasts. It lasts a really long time. Like, I don't know if I've ever worn a gloss that stays on my lips for hours. This stuff literally hours long. As long as you're not somewhere windy, you're good. You know, I wouldn't recommend wearing this outside. Hair is going to be everywhere. It's going to be gross. Even if you have your hair up, you'll get like dandelion fuzz or something sticking to your lips. It's not cute. But if you're inside and you're talking to a lot of people and you want glistening lips, just put this over your lipstick. They don't make this, I believe, in like more of a darker color. They're all these transparent, translucent shades, which is a bummer. But as far as just sparkly lips go, I love this. So I don't know if it plumps anything. You can't really plump something if there's nothing to plump. So the lips are what they are, but the glistening thing is cool. So as far as for Why No HD, I filmed a really good What's in My Purse video with my latest purse. And my youngest son was kind of in it, like his voice was in it and the back of his head, and he was all excited, and I was gonna, you know, anyway, I tried uploading it 4 times. It's a 23-minute long video, and it kept crashing. This is like, the internet just said no. But it would take literally, one day it was 16 hours before it died, and then another day it said it was gonna take me 26 hours to upload. So, here's the deal. I haven't given up on that video. We are switching internet providers, so I'm going from DSL to fiber optic. Oh, I don't know what it is. You know, like a cable type. I'm not a computer person. It's supposed to be a lot faster. So basically I'm going from 5 megabyte upload to like 50. So I'm gonna give it another shot next week when I get my new cable internet system thingy majiggy. And if that doesn't work, I'm also signing up for classes at the Apple Store to figure out how on earth to work iMovie, which apparently is the easiest movie software, editing software to use, except for me. So maybe that's part of the problem too. I don't know. Anyway, this video could probably use some editing, so I'm gonna stop now, and hope you enjoyed my August favorites, as limited as they were. I've just been kind of enjoying what I already own and been reusing a lot of old favorites. So thanks for watching. Please let me know what stuff you've been using this month that you really like and think that I should check out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.